Magandang hapon mga kaibigan. Today is Saturday, February 25. And we are celebrating the anniversary of the EDSA Revolution or the People Power Revolution, which happened in 1986. And I could remember that during that time I was in my sophomore years, taking up my bachelor's degree program in philosophy. And I remember that day when I heard through the radio during around 8 o'clock p.m. or midnight, when the President Marcos and his family departed from Malacanang to begin their exile in Hawaii. And I could see the extreme euphoria, and I could see on the television how the people attacked the Malacanang Palace, especially the first floor. And it was a significant event in a way, because for almost 2 decades of military dictatorship, the Philippines found its way again towards civilian government, civilian rule. And after the departure of the Marcos family from Malacanang, it is the beginning of the revolutionary government established by the succeeding regime, and eventually we found ourselves in normalcy, and we thought that the EDSA Revolution would have been a great opportunity for us, especially to change our society, to make our society better. And the EDSA Revolution was very significant in a sense that it became an example or a prototype for other people or other country situated in the same situation. Like, for example, the Berlin Wall, the fall of the Berlin Wall, the revolution in Romania, wherein the Romanian people overthrew the corrupt government of Ceausescu, the revolution in Yugoslavia and in many other places, and even the Tiananmen Square incident also derived its inspiration from the people power, because at the time we were the first one to experience a people power, a bloodless revolution. And they thought that perhaps if the Philippines or the Filipino people can do it, it can be replicated in other places. But it was a great door of opportunity for us to change. But the sad reality is that we were not able to realize our vision, to realize our hopes, because we were trying to eradicate corruption. We were trying to eradicate these dark elements in our society. We would like to eradicate poverty and backwardness, and we would like to move forwards, just like what our neighbors are doing. But it seems that despite of all of this, things have remained the same. Even until today, we're still grappling with the same problem of corruption, the same problem of poverty, the lack of governance, poor governance, poor planning, and the other kinds of dysfunctions that we have in our society. We cannot blame our politicians for all of this totally, although they have a bigger share in the blame, because they were the ones entrusted with power, and they should have been doing something about this, and they should have been exercising political will to overcome this kind of dysfunctions. But on the other hand, we the citizens are also partly to blame, because we are the electorate. We are the ones who elect our leaders. And in fact, our country and our leaders is only as good as us, the same as ours, because that's the only thing. Because we are the ones who put them in power, and we entrusted them with this power to work for us. And so therefore, we are not totally blameworthy, because beyond casting our votes, we have not fully exercised our freedom to vote and select our leaders. But as the saying goes, it is no longer worth crying over spilled milk, but rather we have to move forward. If we miss the first chance, I believe there is still a second chance. And if we miss the second chance, there is still the third and fourth chance. And you see people, sometimes it is to me it baffles me why those people who have caused us hardships and difficulties are still in power today, and some of them are still exercising, are still holding public office. And you see, it is not really our politicians who are totally to blame, but we also are to be part of that blame, because we elected the same people who have caused us difficulties and who have caused problem for our society. And I think that we have to do something about this, just like what Mohandas Gandhi has said, that if we want the world to change, it must begin with us. So therefore we have to become inward looking. We have to look into ourselves. What have we done as a citizen? Have I been a good citizen, a responsible citizen? If we could not responsibly dispose our trash, and even if we cannot follow simple traffic rules, how can we expect our leaders, our society, our community to change and to be as disciplined as we envision them to be, if we ourselves do not have that kind of discipline or do not have that kind of willpower to change? And as a practitioner in my profession, I have encountered a lot of people. I met a lot of clients and fellows and colleagues. Excuse me. What makes me sad is that all of us expect change, but we ourselves do not expect change. We expect excellence from others, but we do not practice excellence in the things that we do. We always have that kind of mendicant mentality na gusto natin palagi na lang tayong kinakaawaan, gusto natin palagi na lang tayong tinutulungan, at tinitingala natin yung mga taong tumutulong, pero hindi naman tayo nangangarap na maging matulungin, kundi nangangarap tayo na palagi tayong tulungan. And I think that is the tragedy of our value system. Hinahangaan natin yung mga tumutulong, tinitingala natin sila, pero tayo, ang gusto natin, tayo ay tulungan. Ayaw natin na tayo ay umabot dun sa punto na tayo ay tumutulong. And I think that is the sad part of our the tragedy of our society. But things is not too late. We could still change for the better, and we can do that first by expecting change with ourselves, not with others, but not with the community, and that we should practice discipline in our the way we do things every day. And I think it should start with ourselves. So let us do away with the mendicant mentality. Alisin natin sa isip natin na tayo ay kailangan tulungan. So siguro kailangan natin na magkaroon din tayo ng dignidad, na tayo ay magsumikap sa ating mga sarili. Siguro ang kailangan nating tulong, hindi yung mga dole out na mga tulong, kundi yung tulong na tutulong sa atin para matulungan natin ang ating mga sarili. Para dumating din tayo doon sa punto na tayo na ang may kakayahan at kapangyarihan na tumulong sa ating kapwa. And I think that is the spirit of EDSA. That is the spirit of the People Power Revolution. And that this mass movement should start with ourselves. And above all, we should abandon the idea that we can always resolve our problem with violence. Because there are things that we can do without harming others, without hurting others, without destroying others, but rather that we build others. We build them in the right way. We build them in a just way, with a sense of justice and with a sense of dignity and honor. So my friends, happy celebration of our EDSA People Power Revolution. Good afternoon.